And action. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Deb C, and place to be, it's Deb C. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Deb C. Hey guys, happy Monday. That makes no sense, but here we are. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend and is having a great day. Every year I do a video where I take a look at the movies that we're going to be seeing on the big screen or small screen in the upcoming summer. So that is what I'm gonna do today, because even though it on the calendar is not summer yet, we are seeing the release of some summer movies. So let's kick it off with the May 2nd release of Marvel's Thunderbolts. I believe it stars Florence Pugh and David Harbour from Stranger Things, among others, is doing bang up business. May 16th, this weekend, there were two releases. One is Hurry Up Tomorrow. It's starring pop singer The Weeknd, Jenna Ortega from Wednesday, and Barry Keoghan. This is a horror film about a mysterious stalker played by Jenna Ortega, and I believe it looks like The Weeknd is starring as himself. There's also Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. This is the final movie in the Mission Impossible franchise. Tom Cruise, of course, it's starring Tom Cruise, and he has to be at least 170 right now. He's not. He's in his 60s. I believe he's 62 maybe, because every time I see the commercial, I'm like, hey, S. I don't want to set everybody's devices off, but hey, S, how old is Tom Cruise? And it tells me. And I'm like, I believe he's 62. And I believe, I had heard that he does a lot of his own stunts. Maybe not all of them, but a good bit of them. So Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning is out this weekend. May 23rd, fans of Lilo and Stitch are going to be happy, because there is a live action redo of the 2002 animated Disney film. Also coming on May 30th is something for Karate Kid fans. It's Karate Kid's Legends. That stars Jackie Chan. That stars icon Jackie Chan and the original Karate Kid, Ralph Macchio. Ralph Macchio is looking pretty good. Is looking real good in this. He's looking good, period. Also, there is, on that same date, a Wes Anderson ensemble film, and it's the Phoenician. I tried to pronounce that several times before I did this video, and I hope this is right. The Phoenician Scheme. I have never seen a Wes Anderson film. It's kind of not my jam, but it has the look of a Wes Anderson film. If you know, his films always have like a large cast of superstars. This is no exception, because among them are Tom Hanks, Scarlett Johansson, Michael Cera, and of course, who's going to be playing God, but Bill Murray. Kind of makes sense. Okay, June 6th, if you are a fan of John Wick, I was going to say Jonathan Wick. If you're a fan of John Wick, this is a spinoff of John Wick. It's called Ballerina. It stars Ana de Armas as a dancer / assassin. Now listen, back in the day when we would go to the clubs, you know, you put out those moves, you think you were a dance assassin too. But she's a dance assassin. And it's not John Wick spinoff without some John Wick. So we're going to get some eye candy, ladies and gentlemen, because Keanu Reeves is going to be in this one as well. Also, we have Echo Valley. This is starring Julianne Moore and Sydney Sweeney. It's going to be on Apple Plus. It's a thriller. And yeah, it's a thriller. It is on Apple Plus. Also, there was going to be a release called The Life of Chuck. This is starring Tom Hiddleston. I'm not upset about some Tom Hiddleston. And it is an adaptation of a Stephen King novella. Okay, June 13th, it's How to Train Your Dragon. This is the DreamWorks live action remake of its 2010 animated blockbuster. Now, I have this film listed in June 13th. However, I had heard a different date. So do some homework after this. This is the movie that I'm going to be seeing. Oh, it's called The Materialist. It stars Scarlett Johansson. It stars Dakota Johnson and women and ladies and gentlemen. Not one, but two hotties. Chris Evans. Hey, Kristen Lee. Chris Evans. And, oh my gosh. Be Still My Heart. America's zaddy slash boyfriend slash lover slash perfect man, Pedro Pascal. So here's the deal. Dakota Johnson. I'm going to keep it as that. Dakota Johnson. She plays a professional matchmaker, but guess what? She doesn't have love in her own life. That is until two men come into her life. That's Pedro Pascal, who plays a billionaire. And on the other side of the financial spectrum is Chris Evans, who plays somebody who doesn't have $1 billion. I guess he's a waiter or something. And him and Dakota Johnson, yes, I'm going to continue calling her Dakota Johnson. I guess they have a past. So she has to make up her mind. Which one is it? Pedro Pascal or Chris Evans? Money or not? You know, it's probably going to come down to it's probably going to be like she chooses true love over money, money and love and money and looks, or although they're both hot. A lot of people, this is from the studio A24, so a lot of people in the comments were like, well, there's probably going to be a weird twist. So, The Materialist. Go see it. I'm going to see it. June 20th is a Pixar animated film. It's Elio. It's E-L-I-O. The title character is an 11-year-old boy. He is absolutely convinced that there's intelligent life forms out there in the universe. And he's proven right when they come down and they beam him up because they think he is Earth's one true leader. So they beam him up and they explore the galaxy. There's also 28 Days Later. Now, this is the third film in the dystopian zombie franchise. It's directed by Danny Boyle. Okay, so this is the third film in the franchise. First one, of course, was 28 Days Later, then 28 Weeks Later. Now we're going to years. So if you like zombies, June 20th is your day for 28 years later. Okay, June 27th, if you're a Brad Pitt fan, get into the movie theaters. He's in F1 along with Lewis Hamilton. So here's the deal. He is a retired Formula One race car driver. He had this accident and it shooketh him on out of the game. He's coming back to coach Lewis Hamilton, who's fine as well. And because there's this up and coming driver that I guess maybe might be a dick, maybe might not be. It's basically, it looks like it's Top Gun, but on a racetrack. And I'm saying that because it's directed by the same guy who directed Top Gun Maverick, and that's Joseph Kosinski. Also, June 27th, if you enjoyed Megan, is it Megan or Megan? You know, the dancing robot killing doll. Then you're going to want to be in the movie theaters on June 27th because it's Megan or Megan, however you want to pronounce it, 2.0. It's the sequel, like I said, to the 2022 horror flick that did massive business. Amy Donald is back as Megan, along with, who is it? Allison Williams and Violet McGraw. Okay. And also June 27th is what's described as harrowing and hilarious. It's Sorry Baby. This was a big hit at Sundance Film Festival. Eva Victor plays a woman who is, she's a professor. She returns to her alma mater, her university, as a professor, But it's not going to be just like fun and games, because at the university, she had a trauma. So it's the site of a trauma that she's never really come to grips with or come to terms with. Okay, July 2nd. I don't know if I typed this wrong or not. But if you're a fan of Jurassic Park, be in the theaters, because I put Jurassic Work Rebirth. I'm thinking it might be Jurassic Park. It's in the Jurassics, and it's a rebirth. So it stars Scarlett Johansson and Scarlett Johansson. Who else are we talking about? We're talking about Oscar winner Mahershala Ali and Mr. Bridgerton himself, Jonathan Bailey Fierro. So basically, ScarJo, she is the leader. She's the leader in tracking down the last remaining dinosaurs from Jurassic World Dominion and extract some genetic information, do some testing. But now, these dinos are feeling sassy. They ain't gonna have none of that. So they're gonna try and pull some shenanigans. But ScarJo, don't you get ScarJo on it, because she'll kick some ass. Okay, July 4th, we have 40 Acres. This is a post-apocalyptic thriller. Danielle Deadwyler, she leads a group of post-apocalyptic survivors in defending their farmland turned sanctuary against some outside threats. So if you're a fan of zombies, you have at least 2 movies for you out there. Next, on July 11th, there's a Superman reboot. This time it is starring, I'm going to screw this name up, David Cornsweet, possibly, as Superman / Clark Kent. It's also, we also have Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. You know her from the Fabulous Miss Maisel. And Nicholas Hoult as Luke's as Lex Luthor. This is James Gunn's first big project as the new creative brain trust behind the DC Cinematic Universe 2.0. So it's the first big one. Okay. So it's Superman on July 11th. July 18th, it's a requel. And a requel is basically like a reboot and a sequel. And this is for I Know What You Did Last Summer. They're going to bring back some OGs in this. And when I say OGs, I mean Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. They're back. We also have on July 18th, it's Eddington. So for Eddington, listen, picture this. It's 2020. It's the town of Eddington, New Mexico. There's a battle brewing between 2 powerful men. That is that's the town's sheriff, who's played by Joaquin Phoenix. And once again, it's the man of the year, Pedro Pascal. He's playing the mayor. This also stars some other big names. Oscar winner Emma Stone, Oscar nominee Austin Butler, and Yellowstone's Luke Grimes. They co-star. Okay. July 25th, if you are a superhero fan, we have, here's another one. We have Fantastic Four: First Steps. It's, once again, is starring Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Stranger Things, Joseph Quinn as Lit AF, Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, and Eben Moss Backrack, I'm mispronouncing that probably, is Ben Grimes / The Thing. Ben Grimm / The Thing. Also, this is something that people might have been waiting, waiting, just anticipating. And that is Happy Gilmore 2. It's a sequel to Adam Sandler's beloved 1996 breakthrough comedy. You know, the one where Happy tried to beat up Bob Barker, but lost to Bob Barker. Bitch. So we get cameos. We get a lot of cameos in here. We get Bad Bunny. We get Travis Kelce, and Shooter McGavin is back. Also rounding it out on July 25th, we have Oh Hi. It is a rom-com. It's basically goes like this. Boy meets girl. Boy and girl go away on a weekend getaway, and then shit falls apart. There was a lot of buzz for this sleeper hit at this year's Sundance Festival. Okay. Why was I going to say ja? Listen, and also I'm trying to scroll down on my computer, and as I was trying to scroll down, I was looking here in the computer and wondering why it wasn't scrolling. Okay, so August 1st, this is not something that I ever thought that I would ever say was going to be happening, but there is another Naked Gun. This time, it stars Liam Neeson, who's taking over as Frank Drebin, who, as you know, was played perfectly and iconically by Leslie Nielsen. And I was like, wait, what? But then I saw the trailer, the commercial for it. It actually looked funny. And then at the end, Liam Neeson is in like a schoolgirl's short skirt, and he puts his leg up, and that's when we see his underwear. Now, I have heard the rumor in the past more than once that Mr. Liam Neeson is gifted in the Southern Hemisphere. So, might I be seeing this? Probably. Am I going to go out to the movie theater? Probably not, because, you know, my social anxiety and stuff, my anxiety is not going to let me do that. Probably. It looks funny though, I will say. It might be stupid, but it looks stupid funny. Also on August 1st, we have the movie Together. It stars real life spouses, Dave Franco and Allison Brie. It's basically a body horror film. Body horror is kind of, maybe, I don't want to say it's big, but it's like gaining some steam, I think, since The Substance. So it's called Together. It's a body horror film. If you like horror films. August 8th, we are getting a sequel to Freaky Friday. This is called Freakier Friday. It stars icon, chic, so chic, Jamie Lee Curtis, and also Lindsay Lohan. They reunite in the sequel to Freaky Friday. Also, we have Weapons. Weapons stars Julia Garner. I believe Julia Garner, we know her from Ozark. Julia Garner, fantastic actress. She is an elementary school teacher whose students just start mysteriously disappearing. Josh Brolin is the dad to one of the missing kids. There was like a huge bidding war over this. It's from director Zach Krieger or Kregers. It's his second film. I guess it might be a horror film. When he put his first movie out, nobody really knew what to expect from it. And his first film was like a macabre horror film. So nobody knew what to expect. And then they saw what they should expect. So this one, his second film, had like a huge studio bidding war over who was going to get this. So this could be interesting. This could be like a movie that's like a sleeper that nobody saw coming. Speaking of nobody, there's a film, August 8th. It's Nobody. It's called Nobody 2. It's a sequel to the 2021 thriller. And this stars Bob Odenkirk as just a boring suburban dad who, just happens to be a government trained killer. So there we go. Like as most people are, Bob Odenkirk. Bob, your neighbor. He works for the government and he's a trained killer. I mean, crazier things have happened. People in Chicago are like, yeah, we know Bob. Yeah, Bob, what's happened with him? Oh yeah, he's Pope now. So Crazier things have happened. Okay, August 22nd, we have Highest to Lowest. This is starring Denzel Washington, and Spike Lee basically adopted Ed Bain's crime novel called King's Ransom. So Denzel plays a record mogul. He's dealing with the abduction of his driver's son. This also stars Jeffrey Wright, who is Oscar nominated. He was in American Fiction. It also has A$AP Rocky and Ice Spice. Whoa. I hit the wrong button. And I went to another note. And lastly, rounding out the summer, we have August 29th, Caught Stealing. This has a lot of people. This is directed by Darren Aronofsky, who directed Black Swan. It's a New York City set crime thriller. It has a large cast. Has Oscar nominee Austin Butler. It's his second movie of the season. Zoe Kravitz plays his girlfriend. Has Matt Smith, Regina King, Oscar winner Regina King, Liev Schreiber, Bad Bunny, again, another movie for Bad Bunny, and Griffin Dunn. And lastly, we have The Roses. Now, normally I'm not like a huge fan of sequels, but in this instance, I'm kind of okay with it. This is a remake from 1989's War of the Roses. And Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman are going to reprise the roles played by Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner. I think this could be good. So there we go. Those are the movies that we're going to be seeing on the big screen and then eventually the small screen this summer. So in the comments, let me know which ones you would be interested in seeing. The Materialist, listen. Yeah. Absolutely. I know I speak for myself and my dear friend Kristen Lee that is the summer movie for us. So, okay. In the comments, like I said, let me know which one of these you would be seeing you're interested in. And with that being said, if nobody told you yet today, you were loved, seen, and heard, please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there so it comes right back at you. Take care of one another. Please be aware of your surroundings. Be smart and safe. Let's hydrate with some water. I am behind on mine. I'm filming this on Sunday. I am behind on mine. So, and also, if you're in a dangerous situation, please know that Dolly and I are sending our love, thoughts, prayers, and all types of positive energy your way so that you make it through. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Bye.